Hello. Happy Friday to everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day and I guess enjoying the weather and just the fact that we are still here, especially when there are so many that are not for whatever reason, specifically those that have lost their lives unjustly and tragically. I wanted to pop on here this Friday morning just to have like a little conversation with everyone about the flag and the national anthem and the kneeling and all of those things. And I definitely can understand those that feel as if kneeling during the national anthem and things like that can be offensive because of their veteran status, or their family's veteran status, or things like that. Let me say this to you: I am a veteran, okay? And when we join the military, the different military branches, we join with the understanding that we are protecting and serving and fighting for our country so that you guys can have the rights to do the things that you do, whatever they are, whether we agree with them or not. Okay. I am a veteran and I am not offended that people kneel during the anthem or whatnot. That is your right. I don't have to agree with it, but I'm not offended by it. Now, I think there's a big controversy where people are talking about, well, it's disrespectful, for those that have fought. Okay, well, then let's look at the people that have fought for this country that look like me, right? And at certain points, even though they were giving their lives so that everybody could have all of these amenities and all of the things that the anthem says that we are supposed to have, which is this land of the free and the home of the brave. But that does not apply to people that look like me. Okay? So while everybody is saying, well, it's disrespectful that they kneel, or it's disrespectful, you have to understand the reason why they are kneeling. Okay? The song says land of the free and home of the brave. But we know that to a certain extent, that only applies to a certain population of people. It doesn't apply to everybody, specifically those that look like me. Because if we did, and if it did, then you wouldn't have the senseless, unjust things that are happening now to young African American men and women in this country. You wouldn't have those things without there being some action taken that would truly say this land is for us as well. Right? So let me tell you what I have a problem with. I have a problem with the fact that I can go out here and I can serve a country and I can protect a country, and I go out here and the sacrifices that my family has made for me to be able to do that, only for you to be able to come and do whatever it is that you want to do to me or my family members or people that look like me, and it's accepted. So where is the outrage about that? So while everybody is saying, oh, well, it's disrespectful, it's not. You have to look at the reason why they are doing what they are doing. It is simply to say, I don't detest the flag. I don't detest the anthem. We live in what is supposed to be the greatest country in the world, but it's only the greatest country in the world for a certain population of people. That's the whole point of it. It's not to be disrespectful. It's to draw attention to, hey, you guys are saying this is what this says, but this is not actually what we do. So if we stop looking at the fact that we feel some type of way because the flag and the anthem is supposed to be sacred for our country, if we stop looking at it that way and actually look into the why that they are taking this approach, is when we can get an understanding. I think that this narrow-mindedness of, well, this is just sacred and we shouldn't touch it. Well, I don't know that I don't agree with that, because I'm saying if it is okay for me to go out here and protect this country and fight for this country, then I should be okay Mr. Aubrey should have been okay to walk in his neighborhood without some peons thinking that they are making a citizen's arrest and kill this man. Okay? Mr. Floyd should have been able to be detained or whatever it is with probable cause and not lose his life because somebody felt like they could. People should be able to sit in their homes without someone busting into their house and killing them. Right? And the list goes on and on. So if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. You can't just, a conversation is not, you have your opinion and that's it because this is the quote unquote norm. That's not what a conversation is. It's not. And things are only going to get better when we actually take the time to look at and to listen to what people are saying. Why are they doing the things that they are doing? Right? It has, because I guarantee you, if you talk to Colin Kaepernick, he will tell you, I don't have a problem with the flag. I have a problem with the national anthem. My issue is the fact that of what it says, and we're not living by that. Right? In this day and age, you should not be caught on tape blatantly, cruelly killing somebody and somebody say it's justified. How does that happen? Land of the free, home of the brave. How does that happen? Both of my parents are veterans. Both of them retired from the U.S. Army. They sacrificed years of their life. My mom has deployed. My dad has been a drill sergeant. He went in the Army when he was 18 years old and served his country proudly for 20 plus years. My mom went in the military at 21, served her country proudly for 20 some odd years. And you know, the sad part is that my dad did all of that, got out of the military, has taken care of his family, has started a business, and he's still been harassed by police. Now you tell me where that's fair. Nobody asked him if he's a veteran. Nobody cares because of what he looks like. Right? Now, I, for one, I have never been harassed by police, thank the Lord. I've never been harassed by any other population. And I think, you know, if my grandmother was alive, she would just say, you just keep living, right? But my prayer is that I don't experience that. But let me tell you something about me. I'm a veteran. I also have a doctorate in education, right? But you know what I fear? I fear that none of that matters. I fear that if you see me and that is your intention, regardless of what I'm doing, regardless of all the accolades and the credentials that I have, all you see is what I look like. So this is the land of the free and the home of the brave for a certain population. And it's not going to be until it is the land of the free and the home of the brave for everybody. Okay? If that's the case, then, you know, some of us don't need to be here, but we are here because we are supposed to be. We have a right to be. We've earned the right to be here. So if I want to kneel, because I feel like this is my way of protesting what the injustice that's going on in my country that I fought for. Why is that wrong? Why is that wrong? If we are celebrating this song, if we're celebrating this flag that's supposed to be justice for all of us. Hey guys, like this video and want to see more? Remember to hit like, subscribe, and don't forget that little bell so you can stay abreast of all the tea that I'm spilling. Then why can't I do whatever it is I need to do to help my people or a people? It wouldn't be a difference if there was anybody else that was being unjustly treated. We do whatever it is that we need to do to bring about a social change. So what I'm saying is, think about the whole situation holistically and in its entirety, okay? Don't just look at the fact that this is just a sacred thing for the United States or whatever. We are here. We work just like everybody else. We want what everybody else wants. We want to be able to go to work. We want to live where we want to live. We want to be able to walk where we want to walk. I want to be able to be in my car and not have a panic attack if somebody pulls me over. My 12-year-old daughter, I got pulled over for a ticket, and this has been years ago. But she literally started hyperventilating because she is so fearful of police. And I don't want her to be like that, because not all policemen are bad. Just like not all different populations of people are bad. You know, you have your bad apples that can spoil it for the bunch, unfortunately. But I don't want her to live like that. I don't want her to be in fear of people that are supposed to help her. Right? So once she saw that, you know, yes, your mom got a ticket, but the gentleman, he was a Caucasian guy. He was really, really nice. He explained to me, ma'am, you were speeding. And I said, yeah, I did not know. I'm not going to dispute it. And that was it. He was really, really nice. Just slow down, please, and move forward. So, you know, should I have gotten irate? No. You know, should my daughter be scared like that? Like, I have to prep her when she sees the police so that she is not frantic. And that's sad. And it does not help that it seems like every other day when she turns the TV on, somebody that looks like her is experiencing this injustice. I am the mother of 2 African American sons that are great kids. They are mannerable. They are respectable. Will give you the shirt off their backs or whatever. But the fear that I have is that none of that matters because you don't see it. You never get to see that. You never get to experience that because you're looking at them as if they're beneath you, like they shouldn't be here. My youngest son, both of his best friends are Caucasian kids. And I wish that I wish we looked through the eyes of kids, because his best friend is coming to our house Sunday. And we have this routine where he comes and he spends a week with us every few months. And then Caleb goes and he spends a week with his family. And they love him and they protect him just like he's their own. And I appreciate them for that. But his mom was trying to explain to him the other day, you know, like why this stuff is happening. And she says, you know, imagine that you guys are somewhere and somebody is mistreating Caleb or they're mean to him just because what he looks like. And my boy said, I'm going to punch them in the face, you know, and I appreciate that. But, you know, one of the things that his mom did was she took the time and said, you'll never understand what it's like to be him. Because we love him because we know him and we don't see the fact that he's black. You know, he doesn't look at Caleb as he's black. He looks at him as that's my brother. That's my best friend. And I think if we viewed the world through kids' eyes, I think that we wouldn't have this injustice. We wouldn't have this, this feeling that we can do whatever we want to do to whoever we want to do it to because we are who we are. But we would really have that unity that everybody claims that they're working towards, but nobody is putting forth an effort to do. Okay, everybody has an idea. Everybody's saying that this is what we need, but we're not putting forth and working towards actual solutions to the problem. We want, you know, a certain population wants to sweep it under the rug, you know, other populations, you want to pull it back and you want to expose it and you want to talk about it. And it's not received well. So, you know, look at the why of what we're doing. Right. And I said all that to say that just look at the why. Actually try to get an understanding. You don't know what it's like. Like, it's easy for you to say, well, he should have just, or she should have just, and you don't understand until you are in those shoes. And I guarantee you, for my Caucasian counterparts that say, well, he should have just not resisted, or he should have just, you know, Mr. Aubrey should have just identified himself. Okay, well, how many of you walking in your neighborhood would identify yourselves to somebody that you don't know that's not law enforcement? How many of you would do that just because they said so? I know several that you wouldn't identify yourself if you were walking in a neighborhood that you did not belong in. So until you experience some of the things that these people are experiencing, until you encounter these things, you'll never know what it's like. We'll never know what it's like to not be able to not be bothered because of what we look like. So I just wanted to say that and just get that out of there. It just seems like there is so much, I guess, hate and tension, and this is not this is definitely not what we need, but we've got to have the conversation. Like, we can't tiptoe around it. We have to be able to have the conversation. We have to say, this is the reason why I'm kneeling, and you need to be able to respect it. You don't have to agree with it, but you should be able to respect it, just like you should be able to say to us, well, my grandfather died fighting for this country, and so that's why it's so important to me. And we need to be able to receive and respect that. We don't have to agree with it, and we don't have to walk out and be, okay, we're all on the same page and we're going to do the same thing, but until we can have the conversation and it is actually genuinely received, like we have that genuine conversation, we will continue to be going around and up and down on this roller coaster. So I wanted to pop in and just say that to you, and just kind of let that go. It's been kind of eating at me for a while. But I wanted to put that out there, to you all. Veterans, I understand, we fight, we serve for our countries, and we sacrifice, our families sacrifice. But just understand that there are a lot of people that look like us, that we also fight and serve for our country, and we do so that people that look like us do not have to experience the things that they are experiencing, especially this supposedly being the best country in the world, and yet it's happening. So we can't be actually the land of the free and home of the brave for a certain population. It's supposed to be that for everybody. So let's make it that for everybody. Okay? Let's make it let's truly make it the greatest country in the world by accepting and loving and genuinely being concerned and respectful to everyone, those that look like us and those that do not. Okay? So I love you guys. I hope that you are being safe. I hope that you are, if you are protesting, that you guys are out there peacefully, making your voice heard. I pray for peace and comfort for all the families that have experienced this injustice. I pray for justice for every single one of the people that have been involved in this, regardless of what it looks like. I know there are times that things happen and we don't understand them, but I definitely pray for peace and I pray for unity. So you guys go out and be great. Have a great Friday, and genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, God bless you and God bless America. Love you guys. Bye.